if you're in kindergarten, if you say the word but, you are guaranteed to get some laughs for sure. So they're like, oh, like how is that possible? Hi guys, it's Fernanda. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a very exciting video because it's another collab with awesome teachers here on YouTube. Thank you so much, Colby, for organizing this. So the teachers participating in this collab are Kate the Sleepy Teacher, Kind in Kindergarten, Real Rap with Reynolds, and Colby Sharp. So go ahead and watch the video after mine. So in this collab, we decided to go ahead and share our 5 favorite read-alouds in honor of World Read Aloud Day. So before I share my favorite read-alouds, let me give you a little bit of background about myself in case you're coming from other channels and you don't know me. So hi, my name is Fernanda. I am a first-year teacher teaching kindergarten in Southern Arizona. So because I do teach kindergarten, I do love picture books, which is what you're gonna see mostly in my favorite read-alouds. Alright, so my first favorite book to read aloud is this book right here. This one is called Little Penguin Gets the Hiccups by Tad Bentley. I love this read aloud because it's kind of interactive with the listeners. So essentially it's just about a penguin that eats, like, I don't know, too much chili or something like that and gets the hiccups and is trying to get rid of the hiccups. He tries everything from drinking water, being upside down, and then he finally hears that if you get scared, your hiccups will probably go away. So then he asks the audience to go ahead and scare him. He counts to 3 and the audience will say boo, and my kids just really enjoy this book. I've actually read this book more than once in my classroom because that's how much my kids enjoy this book. Also, I will have these books mentioned linked down below through Amazon, Scholastics, and Thrift Books to kind of see where you can get the best deal if you're interested. Alright, so my next favorite read aloud is Enemy Pie by Derek Munson. So this book is definitely more wordy and a lot longer than the Little Penguin book is, but it's still a really great book that promotes kindness. So as you can see, there's a lot more words there, which I was a little bit nervous about reading in kindergarten. I had read this in 1st grade before, but my kids absolutely loved it. They were like almost at the edge of their seats the entire time, and they didn't want the book to end. So this book is about a little boy, and he has friends in his neighborhood, and another little boy named Jeremy moves into the neighborhood, and he doesn't invite the main character to his house or to play with him. So he's getting a little bit upset, and he decides that Jeremy is gonna be his worst enemy. This little boy's dad ends up telling him about an enemy pie. This little boy is thinking the whole time it's gonna be a really gross pie with like worms and dirt and stuff like that he's gonna feed Jeremy. When in reality, his dad is just trying to get Jeremy and the little boy to play together to become friends. Yeah, I don't know how else to explain it without like telling you the whole story, but it's just a really great book. Again, it promotes kindness, and my kids absolutely love this book as well. Alright, so next, I don't have just one book. It's more like a book series, so they are the Bad Guys books. I currently have books 1 through 4, and we are currently reading book number 3 already. So these are chapter books, but they are very short chapter books. They're more like graphic novels, if anything. So this is what the pages look like inside. I initially bought this book on a whim. I was at a Scholastics book fair at the school that I was doing part of my practicum in, and I decided to just buy some books because I wanted to build up my classroom library before I became a teacher. At the time, I didn't know if I was going to teach primary grades or intermediate grades, so I decided to get a mix of like picture books and like a little bit more longer books, which is why I got this. I read it myself and I absolutely loved it, so then I decided to read it to my 1st grade student teaching class, and they all loved it. They begged for more. So then just recently I decided to read it to my students just because I didn't know what other book to read to them, since we do have at least one read aloud every day. So I read this one. I was only going to read 1 chapter a day, but my kids begged me to read more than 1 chapter. So we started doing 2, and sometimes we do 3 chapters if we have time. But my kids love this so much. They're always laughing, they're paying attention the whole time, and they always ask to read more, like I said. So we've already read book 1 and 2, and then we are in the middle of book 3, and they have book 4 ready to go. If you have not checked out these books, I highly recommend them. I mean, they do say things like the word but or something like that, which if you're in kindergarten, if you say the word but, you are guaranteed to get some laughs for sure. But if your class can handle it, I think these are great books to read. And then just a quick little side note, my school was going to have a literacy night, so they asked us to go ahead and draw book covers of our favorite books, and yeah, can you tell my class loves Bad Guys? Alright, so my next favorite read aloud is also not just one book, and it's more like a collection of books. So they are the Elephant and Piggy books. I love them so much. Back in like September, I bought a bundle off of Scholastics, and I think it was like 10 books for $20, so I have a ton of Elephant and Piggy books. There was a time in my classroom last semester where we would read a new Elephant and Piggy book every single day, and my kids again would ask me to read the same book over and over again because they loved it so much. They would laugh so much, and it was just a really fun time to have with them. I actually had not read any Elephant and Piggy books until I read them to my class, and I quickly became a fan, and I cannot wait to look more into Mo Williams. I know that a lot of people love Mo Williams, but now I'm definitely like a true fan, so I love Elephant and Piggy books to read aloud. Alright, so lastly we have this little book right here. This is What Was I Scared Of by Dr. Seuss. Now I'm going to say something that might not be like super popular opinion, but I personally don't really enjoy reading Dr. Seuss books aloud. I think it just depends on the book, but for example, All the Places You'll Go or the Happy Birthday book, I feel like they're just very wordy, and it's kind of hard, for me at least, to engage all students with books like that, but this book is definitely an exception. I also feel like I'm a little biased because it has a very special place in my heart, but regardless, I think it's a great read aloud. One thing I would change about this is the size of the book. It's pretty small compared to like your typical picture books, but other than that, I love this book. It's not like a super tongue-twisty book as typical Dr. Seuss books are, which is why I enjoy this book so much. But yeah, I just really like it. And like I was saying, this book has a very special place in my heart because a few years back when I was working as an after-school instructor, I volunteered to run the drama club in our little program. Now, back when I was working that job, I would take initiative to do things that were outside of my comfort zone because no one else would really want to, and I wanted to make the program as best as I could for the kids in the program because I love them so much. I still do, and I still go back to visit every now and then because I don't know, I just love them so much. So the program was in need of a person to facilitate a drama club, so I volunteered, and I decided to go ahead and try to make a play out of this book. So I ran auditions and everybody had a part, and at the time I was also kind of in charge of kindergarten for after school, so my kindergartens were really excited about being in the drama club, and I had one little guy in specific that really enjoyed this club and also really enjoyed the story. He did so well in the play, and even after the play he was still obsessed with this book, so I went ahead and bought him a copy of this book because I knew how much he enjoyed it. So then a few months later I was volunteering in his classroom during the day, and I was about to leave, and he's like, "Hey, Miss Fernanda, can you please stay a little bit after lunch?" I'm like, "Yeah, why? Yeah, like how come?" And he's like, "I'm gonna read this book to the class and I want you to be there." And that really warmed my heart, just seeing this little boy not necessarily reading the book because, I mean, there's a lot of words that kindergartens cannot read, but he had memorized the book because of how much he loved this book, and it just like warms my heart thinking about it. Alright, so that was super rambly, but I do have one honorary mention that I couldn't find in my classroom, so I'm hoping that I can find it someday, but I still want to talk about it. Alright, so like I said, I don't have the physical copy with me. I can't find it anywhere. But this book is called Guess Again by Adam Rex. This is another read aloud that is very interactive with the audience because it asks the kids to guess who the reader is talking about. It tricks the audience into guessing something that is actually the complete opposite. So let me just go ahead and read you the little abstract, I guess. So it says, a short rhyming poem on each page and its clever accompanying illustrations make it so easy to shout out the missing word. But when the page is turned and the actual ending is revealed, one can't help but laugh at the absurd result. And that is such a great description because that's exactly how my kids were. So for example, a little poem might make you think that it's talking about a bunny, and they're like, "Oh, it's a bunny," and they're so confident in their answer, and you flip the page and it's like, "Oh, nope, it's Uncle Ned." So they're like, "Oh, like how is that possible?" So it's just so fun to read. It's another book that I've read countless times in my classroom because my kids want to get it right, and it's also a book that I've sent home with different students because they want to read it to their parents because they love it so much. But yeah. Also, a little side note for this, I bought this book off of thriftbooks.com, and if you don't know what thriftbooks.com is, it's a website where you can buy gently used books for like $3 to $4, and most of the times they are hardcover books, so they are in great condition. So I bought this book off of there, and I got it, and I opened it up, and it was actually signed by Adam Rex himself, so I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Alright guys, so that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. Also, let me know in the comments below what is your favorite read aloud, and don't forget to check out everybody else's video because they all pretty much teach different grade levels except Mora from Kindergarten, but she's probably going to have different read alouds than I am, so go and check them out. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!